All right, I'm probably about to fuck this up, but fuck it. I heard myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you can have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. The guitar playing, apparently. I will make you hurt. Vigilante Williamson here on the 82nd episode of my show, the Vigilante Williamson Show. And I'm trying to get back a guitar. And they say you should play in front of people and you should record your practice and shit. And so that is my shitty cover of Johnny Cash's cover of 9 Inch Nails Hurt. So there you go. And no one heard it, which is great. If people watch the playback, they'll hear the cover. You guys missed it. Everyone missed it. And that's just how it is. Happy Colonizer Day. You call it Thanksgiving. I call you Holiday Hell Day. Because I'm from poverty and neglected by the wealthy. That's what Nas said. Not Lil Nas X. Just regular Nas. What he said on a song called Poison. Little music. You know, usually I start with my music. Or I've been trying to start with other people's music. Figured I'd start with a cover. Do something different. Hopefully this episode's a little bit different. It's already a little different because no one's here. So everyone's going to have to watch the playback to hear me butcher Johnny Cash and fuck up a bunch. Move these headphones out. Put this guitar back. And we can get into the show. I want to thank anybody for watching. It is November 25th, Thanksgiving. Thursday, November 25th, obviously being Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone's having a good, Thanksgiving so far. I know it's morning. I'm still up from yesterday. Thank you, job. Appreciate having a job. Thankful to have a job. Thankful to have a lot. Thankful to be up. Thankful to be awoke. Not woke, but awoke. Alive. And hopefully you are too, man. I know it's been a rough 2 years, and it's probably going to be another rough however long we got to go. But I hope you're good. I hope this show's actually on. Because it's, I'm not the most popular human on earth. But going donut hole, I'm not quite used to that. But hey, again, I'm sure a lot of people, probably enjoyed Wednesday, which is the biggest bar day of the year. Just make sure I'm up. Who knows? Yeah, looks like I'm live. Not the best thumbnail, I admit. Didn't know what to put. Didn't want to just go holiday themed. I could have just went holiday themed and just put a turkey or something. So I did nothing, which is not better. Not better. It's weird. I expected some people to be here that I could talk to. Because I'm thankful for you guys in general. Whoever watches, I guess now the playback, since no one's watching the show live. Maybe I pissed everyone off. Maybe I've pissed people off. I hadn't done a show in a few days. I got kind of burnt out on the Rittenhouse coverage. I really should watch the interview and like break it down. But this Rittenhouse thing, not just it's been many times throughout the past years felt like a job, and it just really felt like a job. And a lot of this stuff is really feeling like a job. And hell, Morgan Holloway, House of Holloway, rocking on. Somebody's rocking with me. Don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm not not the most popular human being on earth. And hell, Morgan Holloway, appreciate you being here. Not the most popular person on earth, but to go no for, not used to it. But it's okay. It's okay. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving, or whatever you want to call this day. I joked to say Colonizer Day. I didn't want to give in to the kind of tropey elements, but I did want to legitimately be thankful. I think there's a lot to be legitimately thankful for. This world has gotten so crazy, and we've gotten so divided, and there's so many polarizing things, and there's so much bullshit in the world. It's very easy to feel like there's nothing to be thankful for, and that couldn't be further from the truth. If anything, because the world is so crazy, and if you're still like able to walk and move, or I shouldn't say that, I don't want to be ableist legitimately, but no, if you're still alive, you're still breathing, drawing in breath, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's something to be thankful for. It means throughout, however crazy this world is, you're still here, and that's there's something to be here for. So I hope people are thankful. I know a lot of people probably asleep, but I'm thankful for you guys, man. Thankful for you guys. I don't really have anything planned. I don't really have there's no real. I have a positive story, but there's no story I want to talk about. There's nothing really huge that I'm like really into, and I need to talk about. I kind of spoke a little bit about some of the culture crime fires. If you checked out Wednesday's show on Mass Channel, yeah, a lot of the stuff is just like, who cares about any of this stuff, man? It's just like, who could possibly give a fuck out there trying to, make Faye Valentine buy, or whatever, man. Just like whatever today's story or this week's story about a woke piece of media or a shitty piece of media. It's like you get to a point where, at least I have, where it's like, I don't even care to platform these people. I don't care to platform everything. And it's not any disparagement towards anyone who does. I think if anything, it shows how good a lot of people are at this, to be able to still, maintain takes, be able to come up with stuff, and still maintain an interest, still maintain a passion, have a passion for a lot of this. But they've beaten the interest in modern media out of me. They just completely have beaten it out of me, because it's just like, what is there to care about? What is there to care about? What is there to be interested in? What is there to like? A lot of people have talked about Arcane. I'll definitely check that out. There's definitely interesting things that happen in animation from time to time. I liked earlier in the year, they had the Witcher animation. It was an animated prequel movie. I really liked that. And I never finished it, but the Transformers. Transformers had an animated series they did recently. It was actually in 3 parts. It's like the Attack on Cybertron or something like that. And that was pretty good from what I've seen. Morgan Holloway is home right now with the hubby. Couldn't sleep thanks to the schedule, but chilling like villains. Grateful to be alive. Dope. I'm glad you guys are good. Glad you guys are good. Yeah, I couldn't sleep either because of my schedule. And hell, Dad Man Walking. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Number 2 like on the vid. I appreciate it. Yeah. You all missed the worst cover of Hurt ever. And I'm kind of glad. I'm trying to get, better at guitar. Say, okay, you got to practice in front of people. Well, I mean, things aren't locked down, but I'm not good enough to go on a fucking open mic. So I'll just figure, hey, I got a channel. Just fucking do it. Just did a verse and a hook. Sound terrible. Sound like a cat scratching and a broken guitar. I didn't even tune my guitar, so it probably sounded even worse. But it happened. So if you want to watch the first couple minutes of the show, check that out. I'm sure my anonymous assistant, our Jamie, he will clip it out. I don't think I'll post it though because it sounds terrible. Got ham in the oven, waiting for the parade on TV. Cool. I haven't watched that parade in years since I was a young kid. Nah, maybe I've watched it once or twice since, but like I haven't really watched that parade in a long time. Macy's Thanksgiving parade. Man. I'm surprised they're still having Thanksgiving in this post-woke world, right? Doesn't have the best history. And you would think, well, I mean, I shouldn't give them ideas. And I'm sure somebody on Twitter, I'm sure thousands of people on Twitter, if not hundreds of thousands, are talking shit about how terrible Thanksgiving is. And I'm not even here to say that they're wrong or that they shouldn't. I'm just saying, just take all that out of it. Take all that out of it. We're here right now. You're here right now on this earth. You know, that's a blessing. Be thankful. As modern lyricists of our times, modern Pulitzer Prize winner has once said, for what it's worth, Kendrick Lamar, sit down, be humble. Be humble. Be humble. You know something I was thinking about, speaking of kind of woke stuff, I was thinking about like race relations. That word, that phrase. And I was thinking first off the one of the trillion things that pissed me off about the whole Rittenhouse thing, despite my nuanced take that may have pissed people off themselves. But the fucking both the celebration of the rapist, in particular, not saying that the wife beater is much better, but like just that's something sick about that. Especially, I can't help but the way he liberally used the N-word in that one clip leads me to believe a lot of his victims were maybe my complexion. Let me just put it like that. So I'm not feeling any sympathy for him to die. You know, I need to drop. Yes, he deserves to die, and I hope he burns to hell. I need to. I'm about to dead name him, just like Matt does. Anonymous assistant. We don't know who he is. But yeah, I need to get that clip because he used it. But I mean, I keep saying it, but he does. I mean, it's just a piece of shit. But like, not only did they keep like championing him, and they really they intentionally misinformed people to think that the victims were black and innocent. They intentionally did that, and it's like, one, that's fucking terrible. Two, I'm not cool. That's why I hated this whole Antifa thing. This is why I hate the whole BLM concept. Because it allowed a bunch of goofy white motherfuckers, and I'm not saying that because they're, no disparaging your race or anyone, but I mean these goofy liberal white motherfuckers who like have white guilt and hate themselves and want to project their self-hatred and their anger at their father onto everybody else and are truly in themselves racist and look down upon people, like me. And therefore, oh, you dumb N-words, we'll just use your movement to smash shit up. The Claire Krabers of the world. I'll never forget that orange carrot top motherfucker, this rich chick who was smashing out shit in New York while New York is hurting. New York it's always been kind of hurting, right? It's always been kind of, beloved because it's New York. But like while New York is at one of his worst times that I've seen in my lifetime, probably since the fucking towers came down. And jet fuel still doesn't burn steel beams, but one can of worms at a time. But there was motherfuckers like that smashing shit up. And it's like, you don't get to use black plight for your like gang. I mean, I guess that's what they do. That's the whole gimmick. As Patrice Cullors buying large mansions, right? But it that pisses me off enough. But it's when these goofy liberals that, in my view, are the institutional racists, if there is such a thing, getting to then double back and make things worse to where race relations get worsened, to where everybody saw people under the guise BLM smash it up, therefore black people were rioting. Even if they were at 50-50 and sometimes more non-black than black. Almost all times, not even from the area they were rioting. And that's what they did all last year. But I had a different thought about race relations, a totally different one. There was a blackwash pic on Twitter. I didn't look at the chat. I was just kind of rambling. And hell, Fat Steven. Supposed skinny Steven Seagal. I think hot take, Fat Steven Seagal is the real Steven Seagal. That's my guess. I don't know if it's true. Talk Salvation Army. Hell no, Bryro. Appreciate it. You're goofy and white. You're not liberal, though. And you know what? The liberal, I got to give the liberal shit a rest, even though the liberals suck and the left sucks. Because not like the right is so trash. Those fucking, you can't even call them rhinos, man, because it's all the work. They did their job. But it's the leftist, SJW extremists, the extremists, the social communists, the social Marxists. But I was thinking about race relations, and I was this one channel I was listening to, a recent channel I kind of discovered. I'm not even gonna say the name because I don't want to get any shit. Or I don't. Who knows what shit I've gotten myself into, being honest about creators and shit. But he's a guy. You can tell he's a guy who gives into the race narrative a little bit more than I do. But he brings up good points. But when he was bringing up the median income for black men and white men, and he did it in two sets of numbers, and I may have the numbers wrong, but it was if you go by the workers, I think the average black man was in the 30s, average white man was in the 40s as far as per year. And if you account for the people who aren't working, it was like in the 26,000 and 33 and 34,000. So my point is like, okay, let's just take your premise that is all white supremacy. Bro, what are we arguing over? If that's the median income for white and black men, and I could have it wrong, I'm going off a YouTube video, right? But bro, if the median income is that low, then this is a bigger than race. Like, clearly, right? Like, that should be obvious that, like, yeah, I think we should, I would like to earn as much, and there's a bunch of reasons. It's training, it's education, a whole bunch of shit. But like, what's even better to take away is like, wait, the average person is incredibly underpaid for the cost of living that currently exists before, or I shouldn't say currently, that existed in 2019 or 2018 before 40% of all money that ever existed was printed and given to big corporations and gender studies in Pakistan. That the cost of living had totally underpaced or outpaced the income scale across the board. That's what the takeaway was. It's not the takeaway that we're getting ripped off more or whatever. It's like, hey, nobody's making any fucking money. That's the takeaway. We're at 300 million of us are getting fucked up. And don't get me wrong, I think there's definitely race. Listen, when you talk about the history and then you add all the welfare state and all this other crazy shit they've been doing the past 50, 60 years culturally and policy-wise, you're going to fuck things up. But for fuck's sake, this is, and hey, I think sometimes we can you hear so many people try to use racism, like I said, as a grift. You can almost understate it. You can say, oh, yeah, it doesn't exist at all. It's like, nah, it's not that. There's a medium. There's a medium there. There's a balance there. And again, the takeaway is not, yeah, there should be something to be said about equality. And I've talked about the incarceration, a bunch of stuff, but it's like, yo, I understand why a fucking 18-year-old who's brainwashed by a blue-haired land whale thinks Marxism, because they see the system and say, whoa, something's fucked up. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, whatever. You can look at the system and see something's fucked up. And again, that's before 40% of every fucking dollar gets printed and hyperinflation's coming for that ass. That's why the fuck the fight for 15. Just give it to them. It doesn't matter anymore. It's like it's not gonna matter. Shit. They talk about milk being $10 a gallon. Think about it. Milk's been $10 a gallon for a while. How much is organic milk? About $5 a half a gallon. It's $10 a gallon for actual fucking milk. You can get bleached cow pus for like $2 or $3, but for actual milk, it's $10 a gallon. All right, I've been rambling enough. Let's see what you guys say. Since people have started to funnel in my ramble, these are just thoughts. I don't really have any hardcore plan because I do kind of want to focus on gratefulness. I do want to have like, hey, we got to be grateful. I had some thoughts because they were just on my mind. But I want to kind of focus on gratitude. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, you wonder Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. From Jake D. And that was Dad Man Walker. Right. Screw that guy. Yeah, fuck him. They were not victims at all. They were assailants. Hey Fimmer. And Jake D is all good. Again, he's not, I didn't mean like that. No viral says Texas Salvation Army. Visit your local Salvation Army. Talk about physical media. That's a place to get cheap physical media. Again, Fast Steven. Hell, Fast Steven. Maybe the actual Steven. We don't know. Never know. So yeah, also they blackwashed the pic. Now I'm starting to understand. That's crazy they did that. That's so evil. This world is fucking so evil. So evil. I saw the clips of LeBron last night and hilarious. I saw you talking about a couple days ago or the day before. I know one of the Pistons got into a fight with him. Shout out to Isaiah Stewart. He was cool, but then when LeBron hit him with an elbow, and it was a slow leak. But then when he started leaking and started bleeding, he started losing his shit. Hell, De Blasio's as goofy as it gets here. Small time. Hell, small time. Good. Twitch is monetized. Congratulations, Fat Steven. I'm working hard at this streaming stuff. Anarcho capitalism for the win. I'm starting to feel that way too. You mean celebrities? I don't remember in what context. I don't care, but the celebrities talking the shit and celebrating them. Yeah, it wasn't just celebrities; it was the media in general. But yeah, the celebrities, that was disgusting. That was very disgusting. You know what's funny about these writers? They're never around when it's cleaning time or when the real fix houses they're destroyed. When to figure out how to feed people because all the stores were burned down. No, because they're just bullies employed by the globalists. And there's just nothing more to say. Probably safer to hold off on saying it. I don't know what as far as the name, yeah. Hell, good morning, Trinoculus P. Good morning, Trinoculus P. Good morning, all you guys. Yeah, amen, Fimmer. He's right. They're never around. They'll fuck up some city supply chain and they're never around to pick up the goddamn pieces. Shit, they can't even pay their own people. Unless they're buying large mansions. Hell, Decepticons Cave of Toys and Villains. Check out his channel. It's up to him. Like action figures and toys. Yeah, there are racial disparities. No honest person can argue that. The main concerns were all getting screwed by politicians. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to not even go so hard to lefties. There's 300 million of us getting ripped the fuck off. 350 million of us getting ripped the fuck off. Even the goofies that we see, those people who oppose us, somehow we have to I'm almost the inverse conversation in the Matrix. We were trying to explain, hey, the people that we're trying to save can attack us. And I'm telling you the inverse. The people who are attacking us, believe it or not, are the people we have to try to save. I know it's fucking nuts. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? They have the media. They have fucking everything. They're able to brainwash people on a massive scale. And they're able to look what they're able to create. Look at all the division, all the levels they're able to create. Bro, that you can be divided by race, by politics, by gender, amongst gender identity. If you're a lesbian who doesn't like trans, you're a bigot. You know what I mean? All sorts of different ways and layers to divide people. Yes, there's a system in place to hold black people down. Yes, there's a system in place to hold black men down. Yes, there's a system in place to hold black women down. Guess what? There's also a system in place to hold white men down. There's a system in place to hold any fucking marketing intersectionality. Let's lose that word. Any intersection of groups you want to find, there's a system in place, and there's a machine behind holding people down and keeping them divided. I have the theory that the Tuskegee experiment never ended and was used as a testing ground for the whole world. I don't know if that theory is correct. But I got more evidence than I wish I did. Yeah, the land wells, they are funny. The answer is getting screwed by the politicians and not giving them more power. A lot of people don't understand that, though. They've been brainwashed by the same system. We let them teach our kids. We let them put the entertainers in front of our kids. We let them put the whole system around our kids to brainwash our kids. Now, a lot of it is still Streisand affecting, but That's why we have so many brainwashed. Yeah, seriously. One day, ask a rioter, you burn this place today, then what? How will people feed themselves? How will they get their needs to live? They won't give an answer. They never do. No, because they just want to watch the world burn. It's just a bunch of goofies mad they dad or mad at the world, and they're taking it out on fucking on other people, really. And don't even know they're being used by something much bigger than themselves. If only had common sense like that. Fail. Blue hair lamb well, nice description. Those whales take advantage of younger people who just want things to be peaceful and happy, and the young ones forget that life is hard. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he got kicked out. He kicked a couple out of the game. Oh, I did not. I kind of saw a thumbnail, but I didn't really see what was going on because the girl calls him a pab. What's a PAB? Maybe you told me a little later. If common sense like that at JD was more common. Yeah. That's what Morgan Holloway was trying to say. So Fast Stevens said, called him a pab. Is that like a code word for something else? Her Salvation Army is now asking to show penitent. What? Penitent for white supremacy from white donors, or they let them take money. That is very weird. So they go CRT. Good luck, Salvation Army. Guess what? A couple of college idiots altered the art of Jesus and put George Floyd on them. What? I never understood the lionization or demonization of George Floyd. He's just another puppet and tool by the system, unfortunately. Got a cat video up today. He's a villain. Check out Decepticons Cave of Toys and Villains. Not just toys, villains like his cat. Check out the cat video. Probably the best thing you'll see all day. Politicians look at the common man the way sports franchises owners look at fans. They do the minimum to appease the masses. Small time with bars, as the kids say. Yeah, I'm in small time. Absolutely true. We're supposed to be happy with the supply chain problem, gas prices. Oh, no, man. Fucking supply chain. The bane of my existence right now. Be right back. Gotta go check on the turducken. You guys remember when John Madden was around? Punk ass bitch. You guys. Heckler's another thing. Sent me a clip on Twitter. You know, we can use that as the meme of the day in a second. The meme of the day. LeBron. So I'm a basketball fan. I'm trying to think how I feel about LeBron. I don't know. I'm so LeBron as a politician is hilarious, and as a character, there's a lot of like unintentional hilarity from LeBron James. He's like, he is, regardless of what you think, one of the greatest players to ever play basketball. Did he manipulate the system to create super team situations? Yeah. Did he do whatever Nike told him for political clout, rather say nothing about China, and then keep talking all this crazy shit about injustice and shit? He literally said injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere, which I believe is a Martin Luther King quote. You guys can correct me on that because I make a lot of mistakes. And if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be even crazier than I am. But he used that quote, but then it's like, well, what about the people who make your actual shoes, homie? Like, that seems like an injustice. You know what I mean? Nothing to say. So it's just like, At the same time, he's taking part of that. He took the brunt for what Phil Knight should have said. Phil Knight never has to answer that question because LeBron James is there. That's almost part of his job. It comes with the job description. It's like, hey, you answer the questions that Phil Knight and what's that bald head motherfucker, Adam Silver? They never have to answer these questions about China. They'll let LeBron look like an idiot. And they just sit back. That just goes to the job description. You get whatever substances you use to still be in your late 30s and able to slow to the basket. Not quite as good as he used to, but still, you get whatever substance. You get passes. He even got a pass for the Koof, if you guys remember that. And when the heat's on, it's all on you. You're the spokesperson. Bro, the fucking guy, Isaiah Stewart, lost his shit That was a great clip. It's funny. They changed the rule to make the NBA less soft. As much as I want to talk shit about Adam Silver, him changing the rule where the foul rule has led to more contact, which has led to more confrontation and a little bit more 90s ball. A little bit more fighting. And they haven't acted like bitches about it. I mean, it happens. They suspend people and shit. But they haven't just like, oh my God. Let people fight, man. Fighting was a part of sports, not just hockey. It was just a sports thing. Fights just fucking happen. And it was like, yeah, you didn't want to see it, but you did want to see it. Make America violent again, not in the streets, but in other shit. So we're not violent in the streets. The world's gotten more violent, unfortunately. And yeah, it did say cat. Shout out to the cats. Yeah, he's no Jordan. He's no Jordan. But you know what? I will say this. Him comparing himself to Jordan, as great as Jordan is, at least he accidentally has given more credit to other great players. Because like now you can kind of say, well, what if it's neither of them? What if it's Kobe or Wilt Chamberlain or Hakeem or Kareem or Larry Bird or Magic Johnson? You can kind of go and you're like, yeah, there were other great players outside of Jordan and LeBron. Hell, I feel like Scottie Pippen's legacy has been kind of bolstered because LeBron is so anti-Jordan. He had to hype Scottie Pippen up. Scottie Pippen's great. LeBron, yeah, he made sure, yeah, plenty of them. Almost any professional athlete is as an expert on anything is oxymoron. They talk, I don't listen. Yeah, how much can any of them know on anything? I'm not saying that every professional athlete or everybody, you know, every actor, every high-end entertainer is an idiot. But like, if you're really good at something, you're usually not great at everything else. The dedication it takes to be really good at athletics, even if you have, you know, physical gifts, is still incredible because everyone else you're competing with and against has physical gifts. So there's no way you're going to have the same attention span. I'm not going to say never, but it's just going to be incredibly rare for someone to have the attention span and the attention to detail to be this all-time great athlete and then be some political genius. You're not going to be, you can't be fucking Kobe Bryant and Thomas Sowell or whatever. I don't know, some leftist political genius you guys like. What's his name? Chowski? I'm probably mispronouncing his name. Or is he like a tweener? You guys can smart me up in the chat. But whoever it is, you're not going to just be this elite athlete or even something else. You're not going to be this great actor and then be some political genius because all of your energy is going to be towards a certain craft. It's just, it doesn't work that way. I mean, that's just how it is. It doesn't mean you're going to know nothing or nobody knows anything about anything, but just in general, in average, it's not going to come across. Like Kobe Bryant was this great athlete and he understood more about basketball. He forgot more about basketball in his short life than we'll ever remember. But like he never just said, "Oh man, politics." He might have said some comments. I'm sure in some interviews you might have some comments, but he never went in hardcore, heavy into politics. That was never his thing. And yeah, says the Decepticon Kings, referring to the cat. Now he has 66 subs. Let's get 67, 68, and 70, 80. Let's get his subs out. And there's dog videos, not just cats, but dog videos. Hey, 2014 lost to the Pistons. 04 Pistons, baby. Beat them in 5. It does kind of remind me of that team because Westbrook is past his prime. Yeah, I didn't understand why they got him anyway. I thought that was just didn't make sense. There were other players that would have fit. I think Kyle Lowry would fit better, but he's just a less flashier name. And Morgan Holloway's loving Decepticon Kings. I keep calling Decepticon King. Decepticon's cave of toys and villains and the cats. They had Lambeer versus Bird, Robin versus everyone that cared about the game, fought about real stuff. Or fucking remember Rambis? Kurt Rambis and fucking Kevin McHale. Hated the Knicks in the 90s because I thought they were dirty. Now you miss it. Yeah, make America violent again. Make sports violent again. Let's keep it because America's pretty could get wild. I mean, I guess, you know, some people live safe, but it's definitely getting a little more rough out there as things get rough, you know, unfortunately. But yeah, let's keep sports though. Sports is supposed to be violent, man. Sports is supposed to be masculine. Sports is supposed to be masculine. Hey, Pistons weren't dirty. They were just, rules adjacent. You bigots. No, the Bulls, the Bulls were a great team. And it was that did kind of make Jordan's ascent, the fact that, both the Knicks and the Pistons were like really physical. We'll just say physical. We'll try to clean it up. Hey, Sherry, good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And it's Noam Chomsky. I knew I fucked his name up. Thank you, Small Time, for the correction. Rodman is great. Like, watch a Rodman highlight tape. It's something interesting to watch. Some of the like crazy loose balls and him getting people to be pissed off at him. There's this man, he guarded Shaq, like prime, jumping out the gym, smashing the fucking backboard era Shaq. And it's like, I don't know how, because he's giving up like 6 or 7 inches and maybe 100 pounds. Rodman was a freak of nature, man. Complete freak of nature. I could call you Decepticon King still, yeah. It's a habit. The king of Decepticons, and he has a cave of toys and villains. Yeah, Mikhail was definitely a character. There was all sorts of characters, man. Sports had characters. I was thinking about baseball. I know it's a tangent day, right? Because like baseball is so not popular because like it doesn't have any characters like it used to. Like there were tons of characters. Make baseball filled with steroids again too. While we're at it, I know these might be hot take ideas. Increasing violence in sports, increasing steroid use, but it was better, man. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? It was a better product. It was funner to watch. And which ones, Noble Eye Rose? Yeah, it's undocumented shoppers. That's basically every day in San Francisco, especially if you're at a Walgreens or a CVS. I don't even know why they open them, except for tax write-offs. There's no reason to open them in San Francisco. I know one motherfucking thing. As crazy as all these other cities are, y'all don't leave Detroit alone. Crazy shit. Robert Parrish, yeah, he did punch Lambeer, wasn't ejected. The refs didn't like Lambeer. Not only that, man, it was a different game. I can't tell you who, but somebody on the Celtics fucking rushed the stands like Ryan Artest. He didn't even get kicked out the game. I don't even think there was a lawsuit because of the 80s. It was before the hot coffee shit. It was just like, I guess he got into a fight in the stands. You shouldn't do that, but that's just how it is. Speaking of fights in the stands, I know more tangents. A wrestler got attacked. Somebody jumped the stands in the wrestling thing. But nobody liked Lambeer, except us. We love him. He was crazy as fuck. He's the reason, it was his idea to walk off the that famous walk-off that everyone hates the Pistons for. When the Bulls finally beat him. That was such an asshole move. What a dick move. But yeah, I'm getting triggered. Everything should be like touch football. That's how they made regular football is touch football. The refs cannot be that involved. It just fucks things up. It was Bill Lambeer's crazy idea. Such a dick move. Speaking of dick move, this is a new drop. Oh no, I didn't upload it. I'm a dumbass. Let me upload this fucking drop. I'm such a failure in life. This is what happens. This is what happens like when you don't sleep and then you just do a stream. Because I figured it's easier to do it now than later. Now, where the hell is here it is. So I gotta upload it and then I'll play it later if I remember. Oh, come on. This disrespect. I don't know who the fuck he is or why. Oh, yeah, Reigns got attacked. Yeah. He had him in the choke, though. He got tackled, but then he put this motherfucker in the choke. Hell, LDG of Geeks and Joy. We enjoy LDG. Appreciate you being here. Good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. I uploaded. So yeah, dick move. That's the whole point. Because I love the Pistons, man. They were crazy. They were wild. But I love them, right? But they did a lot of dick moves. Lots of dick moves. And so in honor of dick moves, my newest drop.
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Gonna be using that quite a bit because there's a lot of performances I'm not impressed with. And I just love that drop fucking GSP saying I'm not impressed with your performance. It's the most hilarious thing because GSP is such a nice guy, George St. Pierre. And for him to go in the fucking cage, just first thing he says, I'm not impressed with your performance. Just cracks me up every time. Isaiah Thomas screwed up rough and played for Bobby Knight, so he was already conditioned to be mentally tough when he got to the NBA. He was wild. Chicago's been wild since the 70s. Speaking of Bobby Knight, obviously Pistons didn't get along with Jordan very much. And I can't help but to wonder, a couple years after Isaiah made it to the league, Bobby Knight was the coach of I believe it was the Olympic team, back before the Dream Team existed, but a lot of Dream Team players, ironically, were on this team still in college, one of which, Michael Jordan. And Bobby Knight called it after Olympic practices and after the Olympics. He said, this is the greatest player I've ever seen in my life. And then it came to pass. And again, that's Isaiah's favorite former coach. And I cannot help but to think that was like the first step in that rivalry of Bobby Knight saying, yeah, Jordan's the greatest player I've ever seen. And then obviously, like you said, he was proven right, basically. But that was Isaiah's former coach just a couple years after he left. And he's one of the better players that Bobby Knight had ever played, coached, if not the best. You can argue he is, as far as Isaiah Thomas. And I'm sure that was like the first nudge, stick in his cross, so to speak. I'm sure I butchered that phrase. Yeah, every sport, and it's going back some years. They finally changed some of these touch rules in basketball this year, and I think that's for the better. But every other rule has just been to make it softer. Football, oh my goodness, there's so many fucking flags. There's literally flag football with the refs, man. The refs make it unwatchable. Small time, did that happen? I didn't see what it. Oh my god! Of course, Agent Carter beats up George St. Pierre. She's not impressed with his performance. That's what she said. Yeah, the Warriors, the Bulls played the Pistons. They get injured. I mean, yeah, because they were trying to fucking hurt him. They were trying to kill him. Some of those plays, and then there's a couple of those plays where Jordan uses that aggression to his advantage. There's one play where he does that turnaround layup on Lambeer, and Lambeer's clearly trying for a dirty play, but Jordan's so smooth he gets around it. It's fucking incredible. You knew there were going to be problems in sports when old school coaches started to get run for being mean and hurting feelings. Yeah, they did get rid of a lot of old school guys. All around, mid 2000s, a lot of those old school guys, they start to kick them out. And that was kind of it. If you tackle QB, it's a penalty, even if he has the ball. Some of this shit is crazy, man. Some of it is crazy. If they're running and they're past the line of scrimmage, I'm sorry, they're fucking free. They're like, you got to be able to hit them because if they do a slide and you accidentally nudge them, and that's crazy. And I agree, man. And in general in life, man, the biggest transgressions, the biggest setbacks, the biggest obstacles, they make you better. Hell, I think these times can make us better, as crazy as they are. Yeah, that's a good point, Dad Man Walking. In defense of the refs, how can you call a game with so many rules and their interpretation? That's why you have to lower the rules. Give the refs less decisions to make. They could call holding and pass interference every play. There's nothing stopping them from calling it every single play. So change the rules, especially the pass interference shit, so they don't. And then especially some of these tackles. I get it. You don't want quarterbacks to get hurt for money and all this other stuff. But, like, it still has to be fucking football. It still has to be a game. I think the only thing to get them to change the rules is if they keep losing ratings on Super Bowls. If this year's Super Bowl is less than last year's, then they'll freak out. That'll be the moment they freak out. They can take one loss and say, okay, it's an off year. But if it happens again, then they'll think about it. They will think about it. So, since you guys are here, I've been just rambling, talking about what you guys, and I love talking to you guys and about whatever you want to talk about. What are you guys thankful for? What are you thankful for, not just this year or the past couple of years, but in general? What pieces of media you're thankful for? Let's XFL the NFL. Man, do you remember when it was the XFL and then it was another football league right around the same time? I can't even remember which league, but there was like this massive hit that would have been a flag in the NFL and wasn't a flag, and it went viral just because people saw like football again, hadn't seen football in damn near 20 years. And they were like, oh shit, I remember when you could hit the quarterback and knock the shit out of him. That was part of the game. That was, you wanted your defense to knock the shit out of the quarterback. It was just mind blowing to see real football again. Small Time says in college football, to take away targeting, just call it unnecessary roughness as the hit look dirty. That's just ridiculous. Don't even bring up the black horse and the blood on the ice. Shout out to the Lingerie Football League. That's not the league I'm thinking about, but shout out to the Legends Football League. They had to clean it up. Patty Roy and Patricia Roy, Chris Osgood at center ice. I do remember that. The goalie's fighting. It was a good goalie. I'm tired. Agreed, Small Time. Agreed. But yeah, what are you guys thankful for? To kind of go with the theme, I think gratitude kind of is an important thing in life. Got to be grateful. Got to be very grateful. In general, what is everyone in the chat thankful for? The USFL's coming back. I don't see it being successful. Probably not. Unfortunately, the NFL has such a monopoly. It's hard, but I mean, I still think there's a market. I do think people could deal with an alternative league, like a summer league. That man remembers. You wanted the receivers scared to come over the middle. Now with all these crossing routes, it's like a video game because they're protected. Yeah, all these pick routes, and then these wide receiver ass tight ends are always open. You're like, well, no shit. And then there's like the yardage, just every number offensively for quarterbacks and receivers just seems ridiculous the past 10 years. It's like it doesn't even, it's like it's such a different game. It's just Madden. They're trying to play Madden in real life, and everybody has like 4,800 or 5,000 yard seasons, and it doesn't even matter. Yeah, thankful for my job and family. Says Dad Man Walking. Even when it's aggravating, I think we go up, as much as jobs can aggravate us, we gotta be thankful to have them because not everyone does. Thanks, Dad, man. Jake D is exceptional grateful to his position in life. Lets him take care of his kids and frivolous waste money on stupid shit. Hey, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I gotta cut back on the stupid shit. I just paid off some debt today. I feel good about that. Just paid off a credit card. I'm like, yeah, just feel good. I guess that's white supremacy, though. Trying to have good credit. Echo Dad Man Walking on thankfulness. Yeah, let's be grateful, man. We can talk about all the all of the pieces of media that making woke for no reason and ruining, or it can be thankful. Just like, man, we fucking woke up. Not everybody did. I'm sure a lot of us have struggles. I have struggles. We all have struggles. But it's like, hey, we woke up. You're able to still work or do whatever else. Just do more basic life, or do just live a basic life. Something to be grateful for. Something to be like, yeah. Thankful for good health, says Trinoculus P. Oh man, 2 close friends died this year in my immediate family, taken 2 years ago. I'm very sorry to hear that, Trinoculus P. Prayers for you, bro. Prayers for you. And yeah, it does feel good paying off debt. It does. It's like, I gotta try to build a vigilante cave in Texas or buy one. And, establish a vigilante cave. So I gotta have decent credit. In general, I just had debt just sitting there. I was like, hey, let's get rid of this. While you can. Hey, because there's no guarantees you can. You said you don't need to talk about thankfulness today. It's great to discuss sports on YouTube once. And you know what? You know what I wanted to be when I was a kid? The 2 things I wanted to be was a musician and broadcaster, right? But I really wanted to be Jim Rome. I wanted the time, spot, and everything because he had his spot, I think, was it 3 to 6 Eastern and like noon to 3 West Coast time, and he talked sports. And you guys may not remember when Jim Rome was in the 90s and early 2000s, but he was a lot more raw. And he had like different, he would talk about funny stuff. He would talk about kind of stuff that was unrelated to sports, like weird stories, but he would also focus on sports. He had interesting takes, more, in your face takes. And I'm like, I want to be Jim Rome. That's like what I wanted to be. I really did. I wanted to be a sports talk host with that time spot. I'm not sure if I necessarily wanted that same personality per se, because it's not the personality I have. But I really wanted, like, I really envied him, and I really that was the goal. Like, man, I want to have a nationally syndicated sports talk radio show, and I just fell out of love with sports. I really, this YouTube thing would have been a lot easier have I had the same passion I did about sports 10 years ago, and just talked about that and covered it at the same passion I had 10 years ago. I really wish I did. This YouTube thing would have went a lot easier and a lot smoother. And you know what, Schnackles P? That's a good way to hold it. I'll see them again. That's a good way to spin it forward. And Rome was almost like Rogan, man. He was like the sports Rogan. Because he definitely crossed over into a mainstream and into like his own stream, like the weird sphere, but it was still cool, man. He had a cool product. People who weren't in sports would come on the show. It was I get talk radio is a whole almost not obsolete medium. It's a medium that's been now transformed into probably this, or podcast. So it's not the same. It exists, but it exists in a totally different form than what it did. But I was like a huge fan of it. Huge fan. And Dad Man Walking, I mean, probably current Rome. If current Rome doesn't count. Current anybody doesn't count. I ain't better than Rome when he was on point. I mean, I think he's gone kind of woke and silly now. But when he was on point, nah. He was pretty good. But thank you, Dad, man. I appreciate the compliment. I'll still take the compliment though. Bro, that was a great moment. But that goes back to how different society was on both men and count. You got to give them, in a weird way, you got to give them both credit. Fucking Jim Rome, every other interviewer, when they talk shit about somebody and the person comes on, they act like they never said anything. Not fucking 90s Jim Rome. And then fucking Jim Everett said, if you call me Chris one more motherfucking time, I'm going to fuck you up. He didn't say it like that, but that's what he said. Fucking lived out his word. It's just a different era. It was a cold era, you might say. Hell, cold era. Hell, appreciate you being here. Yeah, YouTube and podcasts, and I'll toss Twitch in there. They didn't talk radio, or even just long. Sometimes Marlon, what he does, those long form videos. That's the new talk radio. That's the new that takes that space. So you still see that medium is still popular. What this is the new talk radio. You guys are listening to the local, college station with me. You know what I mean? Which I actually was on at one point. But like it's the same medium. It's the same. It has the same interest. The amount of people who used to listen to talk radio on their way to work now listen to a podcast. Now listen to YouTube, an old live stream, a current live stream. Snorter Poopus, we just talked about you yesterday on the Culture Crime Fighters. Hell, Snorter Poopus. Appreciate you being here. Really appreciate you being here. Hello. Yeah, hello. We were like, what happened to Snorter Poopus? We tried to conjure you up, or somebody in the chat did. I guess it worked. It just took a day. You had to. That's why you shouldn't mess with Magic Kids. Doesn't always work out. And good to see you, though. Yeah, still good to see you, though. And hell, brightest day. The day has gotten brighter because brightest day has showed up. Cool. Everyone saying hi to my man Snorter Poopus. Just Thanksgiving episode. We're just being thankful. Did I do a boo-boo again? I hope you wiped yourself. No, we were just like, what happened to you? It's been a minute. Hadn't seen you. Just want to make sure you're cool. It also hasn't been a while. I'm wondering what Ogre Squasher is, man. I hope you're good, man. I sent him an email a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago now. And I hope, who knows, with fucking Gmail, maybe he sent the reply and I didn't see. I need to check again, but I didn't see a reply. So I hope he's good. He helped. I'm thankful to have had him as a fan. I hope he's still around, man. I hope everything's good with him. He was just a real cool dude. He funded the Vigilante Cave more than anyone else should have. So thank you for that, and thank you all for your support, man. I'm really grateful to have this channel um, up and going, and just that people watch. Because I'm really realizing, like, as much as the suppression sucks, and seeing it really sucks because it's disheartening, I am okay with having less subs from the standpoint of I don't think I'm fully formed or even have a consistent idea of what the fuck I'm doing on this platform. I'm still discovering. I'm still in an incubation stage, so to speak, of what Vigilante Williamson's channel is. So it's like, it's not the worst thing when, it would be a lot harder to shift if I had like 50,000 subs who had an expectation for a specific type of content, and then I shift. Like if I had 50,000 people who all want to see me hardcore news, politics, I might feel sick. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. And Fat Steven Seagal, happy Thanksgiving. Even though he's Canadian, his Thanksgiving already passed. We still wishing us a happy Thanksgiving, and I appreciate it. Unless he's really Steven Seagal, which we don't know. Hey, Steve. And I almost got this. Snorter Pooper says he's been snoozing a lot lately and missing streams. Hey, nothing wrong with a little snooze. Sleep is good. Can use some of this sleep. What you guys are talking about. Gobble until you wobble. I haven't heard that before, but I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal it. Any pieces of media that you're grateful for? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm grateful for music, man. I've been just listening to a bunch of stuff, like I just the YouTube rabbit hole sometimes, different covers. I heard, oh man, let me get, what's the guy singer's name? I heard a version of I almost called it Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath Changes, and the singer was like a soul singer that I'd never heard of. Unfortunately, passed a few years ago, and now I'm trying to find his name. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want any more copyright issues than I already have. But man, it was a great cover of Changes, and it's one of those covers. If you were here earlier, which hopefully you were not, I was playing a shitty version of Johnny Cash's cover of 9 Inch Nails, and the cover of Changes is like similar to the Johnny Cash thing, where it's like, oh, this is almost like it should have been your song the whole time. And the guy's name is, now I'm starting to finally got to my history, Charles Bradley. Check out Charles Bradley Changes. It's a version of Black Sabbath. He tells the story in a video I watched that he doesn't know much about Black Sabbath, but somebody asked him to cover the song around the time his mother unfortunately passed, and that's where he kind of takes his own experience with the song, and it's an excellent cover. And I was thinking about like songwriting, like that's what makes great songwriting, is when it can be translated between genre or translated between instrument, and it's like you can still tell a story with the song in so many different ways. I mean, there's a lot of things that make great songwriting. That's just one element, but that's an incredible element. That's an incredible, and this is why I say the Beatles are underrated. We'll just use a segue. So the Beatles, like there became something cool about saying the Beatles suck. That's why I say they're underrated. Like the past 10 years, 15 years, like, oh, the Beatles, everyone used to be, people, it's cool to hate them because everyone likes them. And it's also cool to take for granted that they exist. Like, to take for granted all the songwriting and technical impact that they pushed out exists. It's hard to call like very foundational elements of something overrated. Like you don't have pop music without the Beatles, and there's no way around that. There's just no, maybe it could have come out other ways. There were other great artists in that era, but like it wouldn't sound the same. It wouldn't be what it is. It would be totally different. So when you have a band like that, and unfortunately that worked against them, one of the most influential bands of all time, it becomes the cool thing to say, oh, they're trash, or oh, I hate them, or oh, this is too silly. And it also becomes cool to like forget that they influenced things. So maybe you don't like them, but your favorite band did. A lot of people brought the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones looked up to the Beatles. And a lot of other artists, honestly. And be right back. Got to get the pie in the oven. Got to get the pie. Hell, Mary G. Mary G. Happy Thanksgiving, VW. Hopefully get a lot of good eats. Turkey. Gobble, gobble. When is turkey time? I don't know. What time is it now? 9:40. I called Mom to let me see what's going on. But listen to a lot of Lindsey Sterling lately. Amazon or amazing how a girl with a violin gets so many views. That's, you know what? I played this shitty guitar earlier, and you guys can check it out. I did that because I got to get better. When I was younger and I made music, I was good enough to get like a loop down of guitar, and because of MIDI, I could do whatever with keyboard. And I did know theory, and I still do. But I'm like, I want to get giggable good at playing instruments. Not even necessarily to get views, even though I want to incorporate some more music with the channel, but just because like I like making music. I've had a Batman Forever moment on music. I know a lot of people just think of like Riddler and his like cod piece, but like that movie was about Batman questioning why is he Batman, and he comes to the conclusion that he's Batman because he wants to be, and that's like the big revelation of that movie. And it's similar to music because it's like I may never make it, and who cares? And that's not even the point. It's like the pursuit of getting better, the pursuit of making songs, writing songs, such a cool thing. I'm grateful that I ever even tried music, and I'm still able to do it today. Never a big fan of Beatles, but I don't know how anyone can say they're underrated. Man, they're underrated because they jumped the shark in popular culture. I ironically enough, one of the few things from Disney I might check out is the Get Back, their Beatles documentary, and there are a lot of people that love them. But I just think there's so many people that talk shit about the Beatles now. There's so many people that's the Beatles, that they've made them underrated in a way. And again, I just don't think people really realize how foundational they are to pop music as a whole. Yeah, the Beatles put in the grind. I mean, they were only around like 7-8 years, and they made like 12 albums. I'm not that far. I don't know how far my numbers are, but I'm not that far off. She's been popping up over the years. Kind of didn't take it seriously at first, but it's been working. Cool. Shout out to Lindsey Sterling. Did my pies last night. Shout out to pies. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't from pies. Like Elvis, they may have not originated the genre, but they made it popular and pervasive. Yeah. Wolverine Snicket. Even Logan says Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Wolverine Snicket. We're about to go see family. Turkey time is always under 30 minutes to an hour after they say it will be. Yeah, takes a while. I gotta get it right. Bat Dance Prince, I thought you were gonna say. She do like that song. Shout out to Prince. Prince is my favorite artist. Prince, I love Prince, but I can't play any of Prince's music. I'm not that good. The pursuit of art for art's sake, expression for expression's sake, is something many people write off because they are convinced they won't make any money doing it, which is kind of absurd as far as hobbies go. Yeah. Speaking of stuff, so like I said, I'm into guitar. I've been watching a ton of guitar videos. You know who I see in these chats a lot of time? Fucking just some guy. He is like always in like Rhett shows and a lot of different guitarist chats. I know he's like a guitar guy. I don't think he's been playing too long this past couple years, but he's talked about it. And it's cool. Just see him there. And yeah, man, if anyone has a creative pursuit or hobby, and there's been times where I've let it go, don't let it go. Make sure you do something with it because it definitely does something. Hell, badass. You, me? Oh, I was thinking me. No, sorry. It wasn't you. Nope, it was just some guy. Sorry. But yeah, I've seen just some guy on a lot. Are you there? Are you a guitar guy, Pat S? I haven't seen you there. Doesn't mean you're not there. I keep seeing just some guy comments. Oh, just some guy commenting on this video. I'm looking at somebody talk about an amp that I'm never gonna buy. Trash. You know, I don't want to spend thousands on an amp when I'm fucking trash. I don't want to be that guy. I probably will buy a plug-in or something though. Yeah. All right. You know what? Oh, Pat S has played bass 20 years. I know Punk Waddle plays bass. Well, I'm assuming because he's had a bass in his avatar before, if I remember correctly. Cool. Shout out to Pat S. Shout out to, anyone who plays bass, anyone who plays any instrument, anyone who draws, whatever. Fucking what's that shit? Wine and Pain or whatever the fuck it's called. Ah, shit. The fucking millennials were doing it right when they turned 30. Like, I'm in my 30s. I forgot what it is. What's the wine and paint thing that everyone was into a couple years ago? And I can't think of what it's called because I'm super fucking tired. There's a name for it. And I'm just too sleepy because I've been up for way too long to remember what it's called. And Punk Wild's a funky kind of guy. Got some bass, some 6-string fiddles. Used to do open mic nights and original stuff. I want to do an open mic night playing instruments. I've done open mic nights as a rapper, but I want to do it with instruments. That's what she said. Love music, but thinking about learning how to make mosaics. Weird that art for art's sake comes up. Hey, if you're thinking about making mosaics, do it. Do it. We got to be creative. We got to be creative for creativity's sake. It's a part of the human condition, man. It drew shit on in caves. Humans want to express themselves, and bases are tasty. Now that's a double entendre. It could mean bass are tasty. He's a Snortopoopus is a fucking bear, or he can mean tasty bass, like the way you're playing it. So that you don't know. It's a double entendre. Long live the bass player, the solid foundation. Yeah. Fucking, you need the bass player. You need the bass and the drummer. I've been listening to a lot of Smiths. What's his name? Andy Roy. I mean, Johnny Marr is the star of the Smiths, obviously. The guitarist from the Smiths. So that's a troll at Morrissey if you're keeping points. But fucking Andy Roy, bass player, he kicks ass, man. He keeps them going. Hell, Cosmic Fusion. My anonymous assistant, who is underfunded. Hopefully you've messaged me and Twitter, which I'll check afterwards. But I appreciate you here. Happy Thanksgiving. Chinoculus P's been a vocalist for 30 years. Look at you. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. I want to release a cover CD. I want to release a real CD and a cover. I'm going to start with a cover CD. I've released music before, but a covers album, I'm going to push. That's coming in the next year. And then hopefully a real album. Well, not that the covers aren't real, but like an album that I write as well. I got to get the juices flowing. That's what she said. There were so many wine and paint bars. That's what I think the word phrase is. Around 5 or 10 years ago. Yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. Wine and paint. That was like really popular. Really popular not too long ago. Hell, Nerdporeal. The Nerdporeal life form. Oh boy, don't dead name. Can't dead name. Don't want a dead name. You aren't expressing it somehow. Builds up and come out as cranky hot takes on Twitter. Change my mind. Only reason I change your mind is because only crazy people use Twitter. And so all the same people, their hot takes on TikTok. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Snortopoopus. Says Chinoculus P. Punk Waddle, do we know each other? You seem familiar. Yeah, he's been the community. Nerdporeal. So I'm sure you've seen him around. You guys saying hello to each other. Oh, maybe you met his funk cousin, Funk Waddle. Maybe, it could be a different guy. Hey, Cosmic Fusion, happy Thanksgiving. Everyone saying happy Thanksgiving. Just merry. You guys are just as merry. And Dad Man Walking has to do Dad Man stuff. Got to go. Family is back. Going to watch the parade. Y'all be good. Happy Thanksgiving, Vigilante in chat. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. In chat, if you're new, just let us know what you're thankful for. Or you didn't say it earlier, just let us know what you're thankful for. You're lurking. Pop in. What are you thankful for? Focus on it. It's okay to be thankful for something, man. This world is hard. Got to be gracious. And, we're all blessed that we woke up today. Let me being positive. Hey, Neriporio. Like pipe organs. There's a bad joke in there, I'm sure. If you pipe organs. Wine and paint bars. Yeah, sounds like some white people shit. You said it, you bigot. You said it. I saw a guy on stilts in the Macy's parade wearing a mask. It's like, dude, you're social distancing by default. Yeah, you're like 100 feet in the air. You're good, bro. No coof. Get Dan Vass to sing it for your music. He's really good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. You guys heard the terrible singing earlier, so you get ready for that. By default, I knew what small time meant. I knew what small time meant. And what was true punk waddle? What was true? Or the funk waddle thing? I'm not sure. Have fun. Yeah, have fun, dad man. Doing dad man stuff. Thanks, boys. Beat up Fender performer. Got for $600 years back in '86. I'm sure that thing's worth a lot more than $600 now. Even if it's beat up, because that's a gimmick too. Thankful for marijuana. A lot of I'll probably go and say many moons ago. You and me both, Cosmic. You and me both. I don't know what to do without it. Hey, thankful for you guys. Thankful for the job I have. Thankful to be in a safe place. Knock on wood. Thankful to have all the family I have. I'm just thankful. I feel really blessed, man. I've had some really rough years, rough days in my life. It's been a rough year for everyone. Man, I'm feeling blessed. I heard for the Bear sister yesterday after months of her being in the hospital. There's a reason to be thankful. I'm glad your sister's good, man. Bears got to stay safe. It's cold out there. But seriously, I'm glad your family is good. Your sister's good. Or, at least out of the hospital. Yeah, gratitude is something we all need to practice more of, especially Hollywood and all those complaining about a certain country being this and that. Yeah, we even talked a little bit about that earlier. Like, hey, man, country's far from perfect. But if you really look at this shit, we shouldn't be as divided as we are because we all have some common issues with the system. And it's just a lot of division, be it racial, be it political, be it everything. And it really needs to stop. And we got to be the ones to stop it because every institution is invested in division, unfortunately. And yo, nerd, happy Thursday. Have a happy Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving. Things are looking up for now. And you want to, not knock on wood, but just things are pretty cool. I'm glad things are looking up for the snorter poopers, man. Family's important. Man, pumpkin pie. I'm not trying to be, racist, but I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie. And pumpkin pie, because I grew up on sweet potato pie. My grandma's sweet potato pie. So, like, pumpkin pie just felt like such a lie to me. I don't even know if it's good, but it was such a, like, trying to drink Sprite and getting water situation that I'll never forgive it and never eat pumpkin pie as a result. Hey, and Sherry's happy for you, Snorter Poop. It's cool. I would say gratitude and not letting people steal your joy when they make the decisions you don't agree with all the time. Yeah. Yeah, listen. As much I know a lot of us probably want people to be more tolerant of us. Hashtag tolerant left. But we got to be more tolerant of these wackos too. Gotta be tolerant of these crazy fucks. Though people are gonna do things you don't agree with. You're gonna do things other people don't agree with. And we all have to get over it. Unless we're harming each other directly, we all have to get over it. Because we all have to share this fucking planet. Not on some climate change shit, but on some like civility shit. And honestly, I think people want to be civil. That's what you guys show. You want to be civil, want to be cool, want some fucking pecan pie. Just want to be chilling. Some banana pudding. It was in the hood then. That's a Jay-Z line. I like banana pudding. And Snorter Poop sniffles quietly. You don't have to sniffle. They have pecan pies made with Crown Royal. I did not know that. Did not know that. I'm not, even though I'm a whiskey guy, Crown Royal's cool. I'm not big on Crown Royal. Got 2 pumpkin pies, freshly baked, chilling in the fridge right now. Cool. Cool. You guys enjoy your pumpkin pie. It's not for me. Random thought. Anyone remember the game The Division? I vaguely do. I want to know his name as it dealt with a virus that caused a global collapse spreading through Black Friday. Uh-oh. Maybe you know what? Now that you mentioned, I've heard people talk about this last year that we're in the game The Division. And yeah, I saw that. Another variant. It's funny how those things keep coming out. Yeah, don't let them gaslight you. That's unacceptable. I appreciate, yeah. And we have to make sure we're not being gaslit. We absolutely have to endeavor to make sure it's effort, because sometimes you are being gaslit. Sometimes you're gaslighting yourself. I do it doing this shit. When life's billows, you are tempest taught. When you are discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord hath done. When people ask me if I want pumpkin or pecan pie, mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes, oyster stuffing or bread stuffing, I just say yes. Only people who do not like banana pudding are terrorizers. Real facts. I want some fucking pie. Pretty sure it's seasonal. I'm not a big Crown fan, but the sweetness of Canadian whiskey lends itself to the pie. See, that's the thing. It's too sweet. It might work with the pie, but Crown Royal, like, it's cool, but it messes my stomach up. It's far too sweet, especially like the flavored Crown. It's too much. Pecan pie equals gelled sugar soup. I mean, all pie is just sugar. Old school is good school for sure. Original Division. Watch Jingles playthrough. Shout out to Jingle. With nuts, Jake. Sing it. Oh, Lord, I forgot what I was singing. I cannot sing. But hey, if you're feeling feisty, the first 2 minutes is a terrible cover of Hurt. You guys can check that out. Ironically enough, I did pick up a 12-pack of RC Cola the other day. Reminds me of Thanksgiving around my grandma's. You know, I don't know if I'm sure there is RC down here, and I just ignore it because it's RC. I hadn't had RC in fucking forever. You put your 4 mask back on and get the booster jab. Fauci has spoken. Punk Waddle, you got it. That's what Trinoculus P said. And Sherry said pecan pie is delicious diabetes. And JD says, yep. So okay, I've gone whiskey, honey. I've found few whiskeys. I like, goodness, what is that jab? Okay. My favorite whiskey right now, that if it was like just get a whiskey, is Knob Creek, in particular the 9-year. They have a 9-year Knob Creek. And then there's a bunch of other stuff. Doomcock kept talking about Elijah Craig small batch. And so I got some of that before. That's pretty good. And what's another good whiskey? I like bourbon. I mean, I wish I could afford scotch, but I tend to be a bourbon guy or bourbon-like product. God damn, it was a Japanese whiskey. Like Tullamore Dew. I like some whiskeys that are, I mean, I don't know how commercialized these whiskeys are. What the hell was the Japanese whiskey I had? It was a Suntory. Goodness gracious. How much is this? It wasn't this. I don't know what whiskey I had. Or is this a year? Because this one looks way more expensive than what I paid. It looks like a different bottle. I don't know, you guys can't see it. I had some Japanese whiskey that I really liked. I can't think of the damn brand. No, maybe it was right. Suntory. I'm looking at it. What's this called? Yeah, Suntory whiskey. Suntory Tory whiskey. Here's the stuff I've had before. Hopefully I'm not doxing. Oh, Jesus. Leave me alone. This is the Japanese whiskey I've had. Like I said, I've had Tullamore Dew. Obviously, you know the obvious stuff. Jameson. Not a big Jim Beam guy, but I do like Jack. Gentleman Jack. So, hey, but Pump Water, any suggestions, I'll take. Always like a good whiskey. I'm in snort. Everyone has to pay tithes to the Church of Fauci. That's what it seems like. Put some peanuts in your RC cola. It's very southern. Where I am in the South. When in Rome. Start drinking RC again after Coke went woke. Forgive me, fans, but I have sinned. I still have been drinking Coca-Cola. They didn't say anything about me. What you want? What you want from me? It's fucking poison anyway. Stranahan's whiskey. I haven't heard that. That's something to look up. Stranahan. I don't know if I've even seen that. Is it a particular blend or because there's a bunch of different ones that it looks like they have. That's something to check away. By the way, I could put away vodka. I should have been born Russian. I like vodka. I'm more of a whiskey guy. Distilled in Colorado. Quite good. On my birthday, I got pretty drunk off Limon Ranchada. Shout out to Ranchada. There's some cheaper scotches that are okay. Cool. Had some Knob Creek bourbon. I really like Knob Creek. That's my favorite. Mint Crown for commercial. Like, yeah, that's commercial. Like Crown, Jack Daniels, even Jameson at this point. Even Maker's Mark is probably commercialized. Even though that's kind of on the line. Jim Beam. Tullamore Dew. I'm a fan of Tullamore Dew. Get some sake. I've never had sake. Yeah, me too, man. I can't drink beer. I like a Jack and Coke. I actually like having the Coke on the side and the shot. That's my new thing. I even knew it's been a while. So, I'm not a rye guy. The only time I like rye is like regular Bullet bourbon, because it has a lot of rye in it and it blends well to me. Otherwise, rye is just too much. But in Bullet bourbon, which is also one of my favorite bourbons, but unfortunately, the creator is like a real sick fuck. At least that was what was alleged. I'm like, I don't really want to drink his bourbon. He's a real sick fuck. You can look that up yourself. The Bullet bourbon guy. Yep, not too expensive. Not too expensive. I hadn't had the rye. Maybe I would like it. And I had one of these liquor stores had like different like trials, which is awesome. Shout out to the South. All the bullshit with these ABC stores. The fact that you guys have free trials is dope. But they gave me what was it, Dickel? And it was a rye, and I like that. And I'm not a rye guy. It has to be blended well. Otherwise, it could be overbearing. And yeah, Scotch is a sipping beverage, so it's okay. Spin on it. Sheesh, $100, $120 bottle. They last a long time. I could get a nice fine Scotch and be uppity. I like Irish whiskey, but Blanton bourbon as the best. Maker's Mark is good too. Yeah, I'm a Maker's guy. What was the other one? Maker's 21 or whatever it was called. It was a number. I can't tell you what number it is. Again, tired. Jim and Jack are a rite of passage. I wasn't a Jim guy. Like Jack, I love, but Jim Beam, it's not that it's bad. And Jim Beam is the ones who make Knob Creek. I'm not a big Jim guy. Seal Blood whiskey has a nice kick to it. It's a polar bear thing. Yeah, I'll leave the Seal Blood to you. I'll piss off a liberal today and buy him a bottle of Rittenhouse whiskey. White Russians or Colorado Bulldogs are nice. Well, leave those people and those animals alone, Pacuado. And yes, I know they're drinks. That's the joke. Welcome to a woke bar or 3 shots of Rittenhouse whiskey. Oh boy. Have you tried larceny? You know what? I've seen larceny and didn't know if it was good. It's about $20 range. It has the wheated burn of a Kentucky flavor. I've seen larceny before and thought about it. And just like, because there's like local-ish brands and like smaller brands. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not. And so I'm like, is this good? But you know what? I might try it. Black Rushes. Thank you very much. And West Mile Triple for beer. If you like rye, try Breckenridge Bourbon. Also high rye, less politics. See, I don't like rye, but when it's blended well, I do. Oh boy, Cosmic Fusion with his racial stereotypes. Go back to the 90s, get you some Alizé and Hen. I do like Hennessy. I am a Hennessy fan. That's one, Stereotype, kind of considered like a Crown. Too sweet for me. It's just too sweet. But fucking Hennessy, fucks with Hennessy. Alizé Hypnotic. You guys remember? Fucking, I had Incredible Hawks, man. Alizé Hypnotic, bro. My sister's high school graduation was unnecessarily lit. Unnecessarily lit. And we were making like the amount of liquor there for the amount of people who were there was like high school. No, because I've never went to a high school party where we had as much liquor as that. But it was that type of atmosphere with adults and high school kids, which is terrible. But we got fucked up. I almost took home one of my mom's co-workers, but her husband was around. It was wild, man. And that Alizé Hypnotic got shit going. So same with the Bombay gin. Was weed being passed? I was fucked up. It took me a couple days to recover, and then I kept drinking throughout. What was the shit they were making? Some dragon fruit shit. Because it was the party, and then it was like the next day it was like a cookout, and I was like drunk. I would just get up, drink, eat, fall back to sleep. Cause I was still sort of hungover. It was wild. Wow. So and that's when we made fucking the Incredible Hawks. Was the Alizé Hypnotic? Was it? Yeah, it was Alizé Hypnotic we had. Because it was Alizé. The passion I thought was Alizé Cristal. We ain't that rich, and Cristal don't like us anyway. Why does fiber whiskey is quicker? Yeah. Sake will kick your butt. It's weird. It doesn't seem like it would, but woo, says Mary G. Where can I get some sake? I mean, Breck has a high rye content in a normal bourbon. So maybe try the bourbon, regular bourbon. ABC stores, LOL. Louisiana has drive-through liquor stores. Wow. So, like in Michigan, you could just get liquor from like the grocery store and shit. They're just a quarter store. I missed that. But yeah, in the Carolinas, I think even Texas has, I don't know if they're ABC stores, but they have some liquor store situation that's funky. Try soju for the first time, not my thing. I've never even heard of soju, I don't think. Punk Waddle asking Pat S. You try Blade and Bow. Yeah, Texas has liquor delivery. Yeah, we're not living that good in California. Thank goodness we're not in California. The Carolinas. If you pay more than $100 for the bottle, you're legally obliged to extend your pinky when you sip. Yeah. Yeah, I need to wear a top hat and a monocle. Extend my pinky. Rittenhouse rewrote on the internet. Rittenhouse RY wrote on the internet there against Kyle. So is there really a Rittenhouse like whiskey? I thought it was a joke. If you try mixing whiskey and Coke, larceny is good. Knob Creek S. So you've won me over with larceny. I'm going to try it. Well, you may have seen larceny. Have you ever committed it? Wait, don't answer that. Oh, you're like, not. I thought it was a word. Maybe you're shoot racist, bro. No, I've never committed larceny. Let's look at the larceny. Yeah, I've seen the bottles, and I never got. Ricada responded to twat. Those aren't racial stereotypes. A staple of my formative lives. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. Credible Hawks will kill you, bro. Bro, I was in a different world. Is there a premium brand called Grand Larceny? That'd be a thing to do, right? I watched Nick because Good Logic was there. I like Good Logic. Shout out to Good Logic. Hell, isn't the girl? Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you being here. My daddy was a John Daniels fan when he got Gentleman Jack. Maybe meant Jack Daniels. Gentleman Jack was a non-entry. I like Gentleman Jack. A little bit smoother. Yeah, Grand Larceny would be the thing to call larcenies, like premium brand. Hey, Islington girl, says Cold Air. And Cold Air says this is early. It is. It is. Good old insomnia kept me up, so I figured I'd do this in the morning. That's what she said. And what are we talking about? Just being thankful. We're talking about whiskeys. We're talking about sports. Talking about a lot of stuff. Had a shitty cover of a Johnny Cash song. It was a crazy episode. We want to be grateful. Oh boy, Saki's usually on TV. You can get her there. Nah, man. Nah, I like redheads, but not my thing. Not my thing. She's too masculine. Too masculine for me. Do they have drive-through liquor? I mean, because there's liquors very available in Michigan. So I'm like, yeah, they could exist. I'm just so used. I got used to the Carolinas. And whoa, speaking of liquor, Jake D. Sending drinking money. You know, I need to do the drop thing. I have 1,000 drops, and I got to pick a fun one because all of these are like not fun. You know, I got a couple fun ones.
Hey, you the motherfucker I be doing Stevie Wonder? That shit ain't funny, motherfucker.
There we go. We'll use that. I'll have to get some specific ones for these drops and these super chats so I can be like the cool kids. Thank you, Jake D, for $13.37 of hard-earned money that you gave to me, and I'm trying to vent for myself as I get stream elements up. I really appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome with the super chat. So let's see what you said. If I can get set up. It looks, oh goodness, how many things I gotta log in? So Jake D said, I got a couple tips because first Jake D said, thank you for the outstanding stream today, my brother. Hope to see you relocate the Vigilante Cave into Texas really soon. Yeah. Shout out to Redshirt. He gave me the name of was it I'm so tired I forgot. I think it's like a property broker or something. Brightest Day tipped $5. Thankful for all of you, he says. You know what? I know. You know what? For Brightest Day, we'll give him this.
Come on, England. You tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.
Oh. All right. That's fun. That's fun. People like fun. Thank you both. Gonna buy me some Rittenhouse soon. I like rye anyway. Yes, Rittenhouse is the actual whiskey. Wow. Rittenhouse rye. That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, I don't know if that's gonna sell more or less because of that. Long time ago, but there was one. Had some good times drinking Incredible Hulk. Man, Incredible Hulk can get you fucked up. Fucked up. And you mean sock puppet, haha. And Punk Wild say morning to Zax. Where's Zax? There's Zax. Good morning, Zax. At the mountain. Good morning. Guys, smarten me up. Rittenhouse is an actual whiskey, which is dope. You know, I say the same thing to Matt. Yeah, you would. You would. Yeah, you would probably say worse things than Matt. You guys are way meaner to him. You guys can be mean to me, but you guys are way meaner to him. Sherry, have you ever tried Sherry? Sherry with Sherry. Okay, I'll shut up now. Sherry's Berries. Shout out to Sherry's Berries. Grab some Zima for the girls. Some OJ Taka for us. It's $10 for the biz market. Tell the redhead to keep the change. Me at 16. Gentleman Jack is the only Jack I'll go for. I like, you know what? I actually kind of like Gentleman Jack more than regular Jack myself. I like regular Jack is like, somebody says a rite of passage. That's a real thing, man. Because that was kind of like my rite of passage alcohol. I was never a beer guy. Had some like vodka, some Cirocs and shit like that. But Jack. It was only a few. Because like, now I think it's probably cool. But black people outside of crime world wasn't really getting into the hard whiskeys until like the past 5 or 6 years. I feel like I was in the advent of that. Like we were, like me and some of my crew back in Detroit, we were the first ones sipping whiskey when everybody else was just on ahead and whatever. We were like, nah, we're gonna sip whiskeys and shit. Okay, happy Thursday, Zach. Happy Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving. Sherry has to bow out. She's having a plum wine. Oh no, she's currently having plum wine. I was reading Punk Water's comment a little too early. He has to bow out after starting this fun talk about day drinking. Have to get ready to see the fam. Okay, talking about the liquor sometime in a scientific way later. I want to stream again later. There's this Radiohead game that I want to play, and I may play that later. And actually thinking about it, I probably should get some liquor. Oh yeah, any good games. What the Lions? I mean, I'm assuming they play every Thanksgiving. They'll probably lose. That's what happens. That's how it happens. This is Brightest Day's tip. Just finally took time to get down there again. Brightest Day. Thank you again for your tip. We read it earlier, but I definitely still appreciate it. I love me some Eddie Murphy. Yeah, it's not top shelf Scotch money. It's Thunderbird, not Thunderbird money either. Nice medium. Listen, you can get, especially with both super chats. I mean, as much as I talk shit about bullets, you can get a bottle of bullet. You can get the I'm so bad with size. You can get a lot of smaller bottles or the medium small bottles. I'm bad at size. It's like a fifth, whatever it is. You get a lot of those. Man, if I knew Matt's bar in Austin, I would just like pop up on him. Cause he he saw my face the one time. But like, would he know it's me if I just popped up on him? I won't be drinking. It's not fun alone in the bear den. A massive consumption of turkey in a bit. Yeah. And shout out to, if anybody's not drinking, shout out to you, by the way. Don't want to go so hard in liquor conversation. I know not everybody drinks. So yeah. Cold air. Golf glasses, chill. Welcome, Brightest Day Lurker. Speaking of Lurker, Baron Norman Tags. Just have a blessed Thanksgiving. I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving too, Baron Norman Tag. An Islington girl. The tip, just the tip. I need real drops. Instead we have the drops we have. Let me see. What should I do? You know what? I'll go with the classic blade.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Thank you, Islington girl. Thank you for the $3 super chat. See what you said. Just happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day. I will. You guys are making this day great. I'm already having a great day because you guys are here. Oh, that kid, the Come On England guy, there's some issues with my man. See, that's what alcohol do. He probably had some Incredible Hulks. He was gone. Come to Texas. We need cool people moving here. I think a lot of cool people are moving there. I think a lot of people are moving to Texas. A lot of people are moving. Cold Air says, the fuck? Fuck is that? Cosmic or Brightest Day 2 Cosmic Fuel. So I just woke up and start becoming a human. I'm only human. I'm so really tired. I've yet to go to sleep. Me too. What's an Incredible Hulk song's pregnancy inducing? Probably. I'm sure there are kids on this earth that are only here because old mama had an Incredible Hulk one day. Incredible Hulk was it Alizé and Hypnotic? Do you remember when? It was a time and place. Do you remember when White Girls and Hypnotic was the thing? Some of y'all, late 2000s, white girls used to love Hypnotic. It was just like the thing. That and Jaeger. But they're not the same. I guess some did, but it was like either Hypnotic or Jaeger, which was weird. The company that came out said they were displeased about people celebrating Kyle's victory with their liquor. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed the name. You know what? I can't wait till a company just no sales, whatever. Just be neutral. Just sell your liquor and then say nothing. Zima Blurch changing their name to Cucking House. Just such a smart ass at heart. It's hard to turn it off for sometimes. Hey, you do you. You do. Dude, Zima brings back bad memories from high school. That's who Zima's for, right? Zima is for like younger people who don't know, like, who can't get better liquor or who are just happy with like mediocre drinks. You know what? Evan Williams is underrated. Evan Williams is severely underrated. Evan Williams, you ever heard Battling and Bond? There's another one that's really good too. Or you just straight Evan Williams. Severely underrated. Pregnancy inducing alcohol poisoning, same thing. We shouldn't say pregnancy inducing. That's bigotry, man. That's an assault, man. You can what is it called? Well, you take consent back, unconsent. So yeah, they're playing the Bears. Ooh. Somebody's got to win this game, right? Why not us? Why should be a fucking tie? Whew. You can not a full bottle, but like the smaller bottles. You can get some smaller bottles for under $20. Some good stuff. You can get some small bottles. At least in the Carolinas. You can get some smaller bottles. Try Heaven Hill one day, Jake D. It's a fitting name. Okay. You guys saying good morning to each other, tipping each other's hat. It's not a holiday. You guys had your Thanksgiving about a month ago in October. A little more than a month ago, almost 6 weeks ago. It's okay. And Cosmic Fusion is smoking. Dun dun dun. Of Classic Blade. They're gonna ruin him. Goodness, they're gonna ruin him from every angle. Not only is he gonna be like BLM Blade, but like there's no violence. This is PG-13. He's a fucking vampire. Are you crazy? So the team needs to fire the players to sign up real Bears. They crush the competition. There you go. You need to try for the Bears. You know, they're taking from your, I would say your people. They're taking from your creatures. Snorter Poopus. Have to spend Islington money on sandwiches. Is in the fine print of the contract. You're right. You're right. Sally Baron Orman tag works today. I have to work tomorrow, so I feel some of your pain. So quick jump in and say hello. Blessed Thanksgiving to all here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And yeah, I did do the Stevie Wonder thing. I didn't get your reference. I sure didn't, because I did Stevie. You know, the Eddie Murphy Stevie Wonder thing.
Never let me see you do that shit again. I'll fuck you up. Stevie Wonder's a musical genius.
You got that for free. Yes, we need to be the monsters of the Midway again. What happened to the Bears, man? What happened to you guys? A few years ago, you guys were pretty good. The turkey sandwiches. There you go. There you go. Human is ever ready. Try becoming a bear. Yes, Hypnotic is the blue shit. That blue shit. Yeah, early 2000s, mid 2000s. Just the 2000s in general. In the 2000s, man. If you had a if you had a bottle of Hypnotic, you were the man. You were the man. Hell, brightest day. Hell. Yeah, Zima's still a thing. I thought I died in 2010. Zima just seems like high school and college. College-age men and women who like just like, you know, they don't really want a real drink. So they got a Zima. Hey, Cosmic, says Mary G. Words are weapons. Yeah, they are. Shit, the way this world treats censorship, you would think they are. I tried Zima just once to see what the fuss about. First sip to discover the taste. Second sip to make sure pour the rest of the bottle down the drain. I mean, those Zima lights, man. Zima just seems like 15-year-old kids who want to drink. Grab some Zimas. You know what I mean? I think that's the shit. And I think they used to mix Hypnotic with shit. But no, it was liquor. And don't try Heaven Hill. You regret it immediately. $10 for a fifth. Uh-oh. Don't think you had Zima. You missed nothing. No disrespect if you fuck with Zima. It just seems like, you know, that was liquor designed for people between the ages of 15 and 23. Or 28, maybe. But even at 28, you're trying to act like you're still younger in your 20s. Like the 28-year-old who's scared that 30s are coming, so they're still trying to drink Zima. But I don't know. Kids are probably on other shit. Kids are on Molly now. They're not even fucking with liquor. They're on Molly and fentanyl. I feel like I've heard of it. Pure sugar. It tastes like ignorance. It just tastes like mediocrity. It tastes like it tastes, yeah, it's not good, man. And what is Zima? Is it a beer? Because it's like a shitty Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's what it's like. Like a Mike's Hard. It's just like it's terrible. I don't know what it is. That is kind of what it tastes like, a fuzzy, watered down Sprite. Yeah. I just hate zebras, man. Like it just like I said, 15 to 23. It was designed for this age range. For kids who, want to have the just, oh man, we got some zebras. Cool. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This has been real fun, man. This has been really fun, man. You guys are awesome. There was no real subject, no main coverage, just talking about a lot of different topics. We did hit some heavier stuff. Started with a terrible cover. Talked about some stuff. You know what? That's what it is. Liquid regret. Liquid regret. Zima's led to a lot of bad decisions. Underage drinkers back in the day chose MD-20 and Boone's Farm. I do remember Boone's Farm. Boone's Farm. Yes. Boone's Farm. Fuck. Boone's Farm. Do like Mark's Hard Lemonade stuff on slushy packs. Dangerous. Sorry, I gotta go code there. So go on and never fully transition. That's exactly what it is. I remember somebody drinking a kind of mixed with Everclear. She was drinking from a silver-plated goblet and it ate the plating off the inside. Oh my God. I wonder what it was doing to her insides. Probably destroying them. That Everclear. I never fucked with no Everclear. That's going too hard in the other direction. Peach schnapps. Yeah. Zima is there to make peach schnapps seem like hard edge. Tarantula. Never had that either. All right. It's time for some positive news. Go end in the You know what I realized? I don't have the song. And I've never had Everclear. Yeah, me neither. Let's end on some positive news. Hopefully it's been a thankful, positive show. About an hour and 40 minutes in. You guys are great. A lot of you guys turned out. Please like. I haven't said like and share. What's wrong with me? Like if you haven't liked. Share if you haven't shared. Sharing is caring. People will watch the playback despite, having so much else to do. Whoa, white pill script. Yeah, every fucking episode is black pill. Every episode. Oh my God. Gotta talk about some positive stuff. This is something positive. A man takes kids without fathers on fishing excursions. It's the Florida man. All the crazy Florida man stories. It's a cool story. Shout out. It looks like a Detroit hat. I always got love for the Tigers. Florida man is taking kids without a father figure to fishing trips through his nonprofit, Take a Kid Fishing Inc. William Dunn had a rough childhood growing up in Miami. Father ran a lobster business and he was raised on a boat. For Dunn, fishing was an escape. I knew how special it was when my dad took me. Dunn said just being out on the water is like being out in another world. I can't explain it. As an adult, Dunn suddenly felt a calling to help others. He says he works in a lot of bars. I've worked in a lot of bars as a bouncer. Got struck by lightning. Holy shit. Bit by a rattlesnake and divorced. What type of life you have to lead for divorce to be like the most regular thing to happen? Guess being a bouncer in Miami, I can get being shot, but struck by lightning and bit by a rattlesnake. Holy shit. I just decided that it was time for me to change my life around and start helping others. So one day, Dunn asked his neighbor if he could take her unruly child fishing. He was very destructive, breaking stuff, very angry, and found out his dad wasn't in his life whatsoever. So I just started taking him fishing on the weekends. Suddenly, Dunn started to see a positive change in the boy. Started doing better at school, showing more respect to his mom, and just becoming more of a man in the household because his dad was still not in his life. After seeing the changes, Dunn said it became his life calling to help other kids that are fatherless. Since 2005, through his organization, Take a Kid Fishing, Dunn has given over 1,500 underprivileged kids the opportunity to learn to fish and ultimately discover the joy of the outdoors. A lot of them have never been on the water before, and think about it, it's Miami. Never heard a fishing rod, never caught a fish, and it blesses me every day. Never held a fishing rod, I meant to say. Blesses me every day I can wake up every morning at 54 years old and be able to take these kids out, show them life experience, and show them that somebody loves them. Shout out to William Dunn. Shout out to the kids. Shout out to everybody. This is a cool thing. This is a very cool thing, man. Gotta remember, people do care about each other. It looks like a mixed group. If you're looking racist, some white kids, some black kids. The brother himself looks like he could be Hispanic. If that stuff matters to you, it doesn't really matter to me, but it does matter to this damn media that's trying to divide us on every fucking line, trying to make sure, oh my God, people, this is the most divided country, most racist country. And then you see shit like this where people are just helping each other. That's why I do these fucking positive stories. And that's why I got to end on a positive note, man. And realize, yeah, this is just a cool dude doing cool things with kids, man. Helping kids out, which we need a lot of, man. There's not a lot of mentorship for, man. We're gonna have a potential lost generation of young men with this cool thing all across the board. This is not gonna it's not gonna be isolated to black young men, white young men, Hispanics, Asian. It's just all across the board with the coof, with a lot of the overly anti-male BS that a lot of these kids are dealing with. We're gonna have a significant, unfortunately, unless there are more people like William Dunn to step up, we're going to have a significant chunk of this current generation of kids that are just going to be lost by society, that just completely lost and just completely I can't even think of the right word, almost missing from society, because like how many people across the board already were being disenfranchised, and you think about what the COOF did, especially to a lot of people's education. There's going to be a lot of kids stunted. Maybe that's a better word. Not just young men. There's going to be young women, unfortunately, too. But a lot of kids in particular stunted. Very much stunted. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about, and then we will get out of here. Waiting on some rolls, so I'm back for a minute. Everclear is for cleaning only. Yes, please. Whoa, white pill script. Everclear is for people who hate themselves. Please love yourself. Pat S says he's in and out during the stream, but he wanted to say one of the things he's thankful is you and Matt. Thank you. Y'all stand up. Your love. 24/7 is appreciated. Yeah, I love 24/7. He's the man. Hope, wish him the best as well. Mystery. Boone's Farm will pick up trucks and astroturfs in the bed. And no, I have not shared this on mine. I didn't share this on Twitter. I didn't share this at all. I haven't shared this at all. So please, if you can share it, I would appreciate it. Shout out to Mines. Yeah, I haven't logged into Mines and Odyssey. I have logged into it recently, but I haven't really, when I first got on Mines, I tried to stay active. I was actually more active on Mines than I was Twitter. Unfortunately, slid back. Yeah, good dad takes kids fishing. Awesome, love it. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm assuming he has children. He didn't really say either way. Pretty cool. Mines. Don't know. I can empathize with his situation. Oh, geez, you've been struck by lightning? You've been struck by lightning, bitten by a rattlesnake? I know you've had some crazy divorces. You told me some crazy stuff about your ex-wife. Talking about she tried to put you down. The dude is a champ. Shout out to dude. And hey, speaking of champ, our own Canadian Egyptian guy, Lord Thoth. He's working and lurking. Hi, everyone, working and listening. Appreciate you, Lord Thoth. No, but I will only use his Mines, and he's not logged on anywhere else for years. Cool. How do you like Mines? I mean, as somebody using it primarily, how do you like it as a platform? Do you find there's still enough feedback? Is it a cool place to be? Try Champagne and Ripple, says Pat S. I and Fred Sanford call it Champimple. Elizabeth, coming to join you, honey. Hey, Thoth. I want him to take me fishing. I've never been fishing. Never been fishing. Yeah, shout out to Missing Central Dildo. Buzz. I hope he's happy. I hope he's good. I know it's Croatia. It's pretty wild. Hope he's good. Your types in Maple. Great story, right? Really cool story. Typing in Maple. Yeah, he's trying to speak Canadian. Gotta translate. Lord Thoth showed up. You're here. Gotta speak Canadian. And Lord Thoth saying hi to everyone because he's a nice guy. Just quotation marks. Not sure what's going on here. With or without the coup, we're going to have an entire generation of lost people in general. Yeah. But I mean, really lost. Men and women both. Yeah. I think I say in particular with the men because there's so much anti-men, but there's definitely going to be a lot of lost young ladies, unfortunately. Just a generation lost that the COOF, I think the COOF exacerbated it, but it just completely lost. Millennials are already lost. They need to get in line. I'm not even really talking about the Zoomers. I'm talking about the ones behind the Zoomers almost. The Zoomers back. You think the millennials are bad because, they're the ones kind of gaining power now. Bro, when the Zoomers come of age and that generation behind them, it's going to be a real problem. A real problem. And this girl is beyond the maple curtain. Smuggle in some white pills. Uh-oh. Blue, yellow, purple pills. Everclear is great from lighting flambeau. There you go. Didn't know that, and you probably don't want to find that out. Cosmic Fusion was struck by lightning is the only thing he hadn't dealt with yet. You were bit by a rattlesnake? How'd that go? Try taking someone fishing once, but he didn't think leaping into an ice and stream and catching fish with your claws and fangs was fun. Yeah, humans aren't a fan of that. I know bears can do that. There's some wild humans that would have done it, though. Noble Iro in reference to mine says it's fine to me. It's not reliable for DM, and not many people use that feature. Okay. Isn't the girl's been fishing with her grandpa? She thinks once. When I was using it, I monetized mine. It cost $7 a month, but I was actually earning money from engagement. There you go. Enough that it basically paid for itself. Pretty cool. And Noble Iro is also on Odyssey every day. I follow mirror YouTube content on Odyssey or Rumble. I always watch Odyssey over Rumble. Okay. Well, technically, I'm mirrored over Odyssey. I haven't been able to grow. I've been posting all these videos. They get mirrored. The live streams don't, for whatever reason, but the videos and the clips do. Tons, everything I post here gets posted to Odyssey. Not much traction. Cosmic says the most aggravating part was linking it to a coin wallet to get paid. I see. Cold Air says the irony is millennials are about, we're in their 30s now, trying to run a country. The 20-something are millennials. Yeah, they're Zoomers. Still typing, so I guess it turned out right. Yeah. There you go. Don't have a digital wallet. I've been a grumpy old curmudgeon so for a decade. Man, I'm starting to worry about crypto as a concept. I just feel like I'm still got some money in crypto. I'm still going to keep some money, but I was really gung ho crypto, and I'm not going to be completely gung ho. Just enough, use it as an investment thing, but it could really backfire, and that's my big fear that crypto is going to backfire. So yeah, there's that. There is that. Hold on a second. Sorry about the delay. Trying to do too many things at once. All right. Alrighty. So let's see what else you guys have to say, and then we're going to probably get out of here because I need to sleep. Linking with coin wallets is always rough. They always ask for more money. Yeah, it's that too. Crypto's a new form of stocks, as far as I can tell, in the long term. That's what I'm hoping. If it just stays that and just a new asset class, same with the NFTs, I'm cool with it. But the worry is that with the fact that it's digital, I get that the blockchain is safe. I still worry about manipulation in a lot of ways. I think the price is already being manipulated, but that makes it equivalent to stock. Hell, that's equivalent to every asset class. Sings a lullaby, says Snow the Poopus. I don't want to invest in literally anything right now until everything resets, which is going to have to. That's another scary element. Rumble helped me to find it, says Noble Iro. Crypto will be what they usher in as a primary currency when the current system inevitably collapses. That would be my guess. That's what I'm thinking. But it won't be the cryptos that are currently available. It'll be, Fed coin or, credits, OneCoin. I don't know what the fuck they'll call it. I'm not sure, but made the music. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Only God knows if you can. Because it's been a very, very long stream for me because I've been up forever. I'm very tired. And I want to sleep and try to wake up to get some Thanksgiving in. So, canned goods. Yes, silver, bullets, crypto. That's what we all need. Oh, that's the wrong thing. This is the intro theme with the outro. You know what? We're going to rock with it. I don't have my headphones on, so I can only hear it going other one. It's it's a little cheery, more cheery, so it works. Biden bits, Omnicoin. I hope it's not too loud. I can turn it down because I don't know how long I'll be doing this outro. It's gonna be something. Zima Zenny. The difference between now and then that they will control the single blockchain. Yeah, but I don't know. They don't have control of the current one. All right, Cosmic Fusion, Cold Era, Islington Girl, Pat S, Stream Elements, no Ascension deal though. I don't know what happened. Noble Iro, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone here. Punk Watto, Snow the Poop is Q Burr. Who else was here? Tons of people were here. Jake D, Hell Jake D, Lord Thoth, Hell Lord Thoth. Hey. Who else is here? Trinoculus P. The most trinoculusest of P's, Punk Watto. My man Punk Watto was here. Parrot Head was here. I think I missed him. I'm a terrible host. Happy Thanksgiving, Parrot Head. How dare I miss you, man? Sorry, man. Blame my head, not my heart if I miss you, man. I'm very tired. I know there's more people here, but hey, if I forget your name, please also blame my head and not my heart. Baron Orman Tag, Mary G. How could I forget Mary G? Who else showed up? Zax. How did I forget Zax? Where did Zax go? I just lost Zax. No, I know you were here, Zax. Sorry, there you are, Zax. There's Zax. Brightest Day was also here. Brightest Day. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of messages. This message thing has gone longer. It usually didn't be. Sherry was also here for a little bit. Shout out to Sherry. And again, Noble Iro, which I hopefully said earlier. I think this is everyone in the chat. I didn't think this went as high up as it did. So yeah, this is everyone. Nerd Porio was also here. A lot of other people. Thank you all for being here. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do so. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. I want to thank everyone for being here. Well, peace. Peace.
Come on, England! You tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.